Fundamentally, my job is to be the oil that keeps the machine moving, and so in a lot of ways, what I do is diplomacy between customers and engineering and marketing and sort of keeping the whole system on an even keel. And that's actually what I love about my job, is that it is sort of varied in that way. The team that I run in Office is the Trustworthy Computing team. Basically, it means that we're responsible for making sure that Office is fast and reliable and secure. Most of my job is connecting and reviewing things, connecting people. It's a lot of meetings where, we're dealing with some sort of issue, and I'm making sure that the right things are happening. For me personally, trustworthy computing mostly comes out when I'm interacting with my friends and family, and I see them using computers to try to accomplish their goals, and they're constantly sort of hit by roadblocks where it doesn't work the way that you'd expect. They're not geeks like us, and so all of this stuff isn't just sort of intuitively obvious to them. It's complicated and frustrating. So for me, the real goal is to make it so that it just makes sense, and you don't have to worry about doing the wrong thing. Tech Preview is the very first sort of external release of Office 2010. It's not done yet. There's lots that's left for us to do, but it's our first chance to show it to everyone out there and hear what you think. We have a large number of sources of data that we gather to help us track Office performance and reliability. Watson is a system that we use to gather data about errors that happen in the real world, and it helps us prioritize those errors so that we can make sure that we're producing the most reliable version of Office that we can. Another data collection technique that we have is something we call SQM, SQM, Software Quality Metrics. And SQM is a way for us to gather lots of data about the way that the software is used, what menu items are clicked on, what ribbon buttons are clicked on, how much mail is sent in a day, that sort of thing. So we built Send a Smile to just give a very simple way for a user to say, I just did something and it made me happy, and this is what I wanted to tell you about it, or it made me sad and I wanted to tell you I wish it didn't do that, I wish it worked this other way. What does that all mean to me? It means a lot. It means that Office is much more reliable than it would be, because we know how you're using the software and what we really need to fix to to make it super reliable for you. It means that when we do features like the ribbon, we're doing that not based on what I think is important, but based on what you've told us is important. When we do new paste features, we're doing that because the data has shown us that this is how people work. That data that you give back to us impacts how we build the software, what kinds of solutions that we deliver in very fundamental ways. There was some really innovative thinking that came out of folks on my team that I think is really pretty cool.